So, Max, Palm Spring is a movie about people dealing with himself, and now more than ever, we are forced to deal with our lives, stuck in the same place for months. Um, do you think that your movie can speak a little bit more to people?
Yeah, definitely. I think the movie was born out of we started working on the script as a way to deal with what at the time was a confusing world that has only gotten more confusing, and the absurdity of being alive right now is only accelerated. So I think that's why it's resonating a little bit, and if it could provide an escape while holding a mirror up to some of the existential questions and confusion that I think everybody's feeling, we'll definitely take it.
And Palm Spring costumes are inspired by costumes from other movies like Punch Drunk Love and Romeo and Juliet. I would like to know, how did you work with a costume designer, and where did you get this idea?
Yeah, no, Colin Wilkes is our costume designer, and she was incredible across the board. Like our department heads were had the same twisted sense of humor and had a complete understanding of the tone that we were going for. And it was, I would just come with ideas, and every, Colin just kind of made them better. It was always written that these people kind of Niles and Sarah had these hero looks, these uniforms that they were wearing every day that should be iconic, but kind of still kind of thrown together. So Colin did a great job coming up with that, and hiding little messages, whether that's the little circles, the
Yeah.
donuts on and Andy's underwear to kind of connote like infinity, or the Sarah shirt says infinite femmes on it, and kind of
Mhm.
the icon has the same glasses that Sarah wears. So there's little Easter eggs in the costumes that are so fun, and it just was like a blast of a process.
And I would like to know, how did you and Andy Shara worked with the Lonely Island guys, and what did they bring to the project?
I would say that they completely understood what we were going for. The script was written when we met with them, and they agreed to come on board and produce. And Andy was going to be in it. And then and it was for so long. It was Andy, CR, and I in a room together, trying to make each other laugh and kind of trying to air our confusion out, and work out our thoughts about love and intimacy and commitment. And when we started working with the Lonely Island guys, that room just kind of got bigger, and it was such a great communal process, and they just made it funnier. They simplified. A great note that Andy Samberg gave the first time we met was that Sarah should try to find a way out of the loop, which wasn't in the initial script. So we did development
Mhm.
there, and that makes the movie, I think, what it is. I know a lot of people relate to that. It's about trying. There's purpose in caring and trying. So it was an incredible experience, and one I never thought we would get to kind of have on this movie, but I'm so glad because they were the perfect partners.
And the movie is also full with great music that brings to Palm Spring a timeless vibe. I would like to know, how it was difficult to find the right tone for the movie musically.
Yeah, no, that was constant trial and error, just trying a lot of different stuff. There was stuff that was written into the script from an early stage that wasn't in there, and then there were some artists like Graham Parsons and John Cale, that were in there, that just kind of different songs of theirs made it in. But it just was constant discussion, and Andy Samberg is as an encyclopedic mind for music, and Andy CR and I, it's very important to us too in our process. We had playlists going, so it was just kind of like trying different things, pressure testing stuff. And then when you have people like the Lonely Island involved, you get super lucky and you're able to get like Kate Bush in your movie. So it was a dream come true in that sense. But it was what we knew was that nothing contemporary really felt right. It had to span previous decades, and it had to feel timeless and cool and kind of appropriate for this road movie that kind of stays in one place.
And Niles and Sarah are forced to live the same day over and over again. But if you can choose, there is a moment in your life for a day you would like to live again.
I mean, I think the premiere at Sundance was pretty cool. That's like that's a really fun day. Yeah, there's like I'll take that one. Like the first day I met my fiance, that was pretty cool too.
Okay.
And then there's an argument to be made, like, any day, with a person that you love, kind of like the choice that Niles and Sarah make at the end when they're just in a pool drinking beer. Like, that's the choice they make.
Mm-hmm. And how did you work with Andy and Christine on set? Did they have the chance to improvise their lines? How did you work with them on set?
I mean, we shot the movie in 21 days, which is no time. So there wasn't a lot of time on set either. I think they were true creative partners in that it was always, because they both write too. So there was always discussions on just kind of how to make moments feel more true. And I was always very clear that with any of the actors that they should say their lines. If it didn't feel right, what was written in a way that they felt comfortable saying them, they could embellish in that sense. So we had a couple like read through rehearsals and script meetings before we went, and then like on set it was really just super collaborative and safe, and I know they worked a lot separately, and then they would come and we would talk over, and we would we would do the scene, and I was always careful with every setup to kind of, once we had what we wanted and we had different variations of the scene, because the tone is so specific that we needed those different versions to kind of make it work in the edit, to give people freedom to try it however they wanted to try it, or to try things that were way out of left field. And there's stuff in the movie that came from that. So it was the right thing to do.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Max, and congratulations for your movie.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.